Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to another Disney Lorcana, the trading card game unboxing, or unwrapping as it will be. These are for a bunch of the booster packs. So I have 37, I believe. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and open this. This is going to be a little bit longer video than my other ones I found out with previous games when I do unboxings. After I start digging through, I'll read through all the cards as we go through each pack, but as we get farther and farther, I'll start running into the same cards over and over. So I'll just kind of be skipping through them a little bit quicker. Um, and then eventually it'll kind of just be like, hey, at some point I'll be like, I have all the commons. I'll probably just skip the commons and then just look at uncommons. And once I have all the commons and uncommons, I'll just start kind of skipping right to the rares. So the second half of the box will go a lot quicker. So this might be a little bit longer video, so just hang in there. So if you're not for sure what Lorcana is, you want to know kind of how it plays, how the cards work, what the text and the symbols and all that means, check out part 1 of my Lorcana videos. I kind of do a brief explanation, not a full how to play. You can go right to their website, which I'll have a card in here, the QR code you can look at, or some information. Um, Otherwise, you can also check out the other videos in the Lorcana series I've done, which I go through the starter decks and the gift packs if you want to see what are in those. So before we open up the first pack, let's look at some things here. We have um, the 6 different colors we're going to look at. We have amber, which is yellow, amethyst and purple, emerald and green, ruby and red, sapphire and blue, and steel and gray. Each color has their kind of their ups and downs on what they sort of do. So we'll kind of see that kind of trend as we go through. And then we have our rarity: common, uncommon, rare, super rare, and legendary. Um, and then there's also actually a 6th one called Enchanted. That actually comes at the end of the sector, like super secret rares. So it might see if we get one of those. That'd be kind of fun. And then what's actually in each pack is we have 12 cards per pack, and 1 foil of any rarity, 2 rares or higher. So we could get a rare, super rare, and legendary rare. I mean, it's potential. I assume you could possibly get two super rares or 2 legendaries, but I think the way the game works is you always get 1 regular rare, and then the second rarity can be of any rarity. It seems to be how they usually do these packs. So you have 3 commons and 6 or 3 uncommons and 6 commons. There are 204 cards in the base game. So we'll see what we get. If you've seen my other videos, you're probably gonna be like, "Oh, he's already talked about all these cards." Unfortunately, yes. I'm gonna go back through read every card, even if I've read them in the previous deck videos and all that. So I'm not going to assume everyone went and watched those first. Um, but yeah, but then after I read them in here, we will skip through them all. Um, so we got Elsa's our first pack there. Well, our first one of our pack. We're actually gonna open them Maleficent first because I have more of her. And then we'll read through the cards. Um, I'm not going to read off the cost and the attack and defense and some of those numbers. I may or may not read the flavor text. I'll try to, but I might skip some of the like the non-gaming texting information. Um, just to try and maybe save some time. But we'll see what happens. I make no promises one way or the other. All right, so pack number 1. First of all, every pack is going to have this card, so I'll probably just skip this from now on because it's going to be the same card in every single pack. It's the last card in the pack. Um, so it just has a QR code of where to go. You check out the companion app. I did download it. It's really nice. There's a little like instructional, like telling you how to play instead of like most games where they just only show you a video. So that's actually fun. I like having text descriptions. It also has a tracker for your lore. So if you're playing the game and you don't have like one of the sheets or you don't want to carry that, you can just keep a little tracker sheet in there for both players, which is really fun. Also has a checklist you can go through and actually keep track of all your cards that you own, your ones that you want, ones you have, whether they're regular or foil, or just look at every card in the set. Even if you don't care about keeping track of your stuff, if you just want to see what's missing or even just what's in the set before you pick it up, you can definitely go check this out. Then the other side is we have one of 4 pieces to Mickey Mouse Brave Little Tailor. Um, You get all four corners. It builds a full picture that I did show in the gift box set. So I'm just gonna kind of skip over this, maybe at the end of the video or later during the video. If I have all four pieces, I will show it off. Otherwise, I'm gonna kind of just skip over this for right now too. All right, then we have the backs of the cards, which look really pretty. So these you'll play face down. You'll get your Inkwell. These are your Inkwell cards. It's kind of showing that. It's like your mana, your resource. Um, all right, so let's go ahead and hop in and start seeing what we got. We're gonna start off with Megra. Um, make sure this is zoomed. All right, there we go. So Megra pulling the strings. She's a Dreamborn and an ally. So yeah, one thing I'm gonna mention about the cards, so I just go over this in every video again, is there are three types of boring keywords in there. There's story boring, which are their regular forms from their TV show, movie, cartoon, wherever they're from. That's just them in a version of themselves you're familiar with. The dream boring are a little bit alternate redesign of the characters that show kind of like that person's more like wish fulfillment of what they wish they could be, their dream, have you. So like this example would be Megra wishing she was like in control instead of being sort of like feeling like she's a victim. You can see how she has a little bit different outfit than her regular version, with kind of like that green armor and wraps and stuff. Um, and then the third type are Floodborn, which are almost like alternate reality versions of characters. This is more or less like if the character like took a different path or achieved like their ultimate goal, versus not just being like their dream, but like actually became something different. Um, like a little bit maybe less achievable or took a completely different path in the movie. Um, so yeah, we'll see a bunch of those. So here we have a common. It says Wonder Boy. When you play this character, chosen character gets +2 attacks during this turn or 2 challenge points. Yes, that's pretty cool. Alright, up next we have Flounder. Voice of Reason, Storyboard, and Ally. Very simple, basic card. But you need all those. Excitement, adventure, danger lurking around every corner. Because you saw the shark. We have Sergeant Tibbs, Courageous Tact, from 101 Dalmatians, if you don't remember. I mean, I know you just think of Cruella and the Dalmatians. It's hard to remember. There are other characters in that movie. But again, another pretty basic character. One cost for double twos. Uh, yes, sir. Regular, sir. Right away, sir. We have our first item card of this set. We have Dingle Hopper. Um, Straighten hair. Exert to remove up to 1 damage from a chosen character. Enjoy the finest of human hairstyles. Item cards are immensely powerful, um, because they stay into play and they're hard to get rid of. Unlike challenging card, like any character card, every time you either challenge, quest, or exert, now they're sideways. Someone else can challenge you and try and beat them. So like you're gonna potentially constantly take hits from them unless you have an ability on the card that doesn't like make you exert them. But even still, there's plenty of direct damage cards. There's only a few cards that like to get rid of items. And this, the fact is, every turn you can remove 1 damage. Yeah, it's not gonna probably like maybe keep any one character constantly alive, like immortal, but it could give them the fact is maybe they could take 4 damage and they took 2. Now they're down to 1, so they could take another two attacks, right? So it could definitely help that way. All right, we have Yzma. Alchemist is another Dreamborn, villain and sorcerer. You're excused. Whenever this character quests with the top card of your deck, put it on either top or the bottom of your deck. When I want your opinion, I will give it to you. That's definitely fun. So yeah, 2 cost for like 2/2, same as we just seen with 2 other characters, like higher cost, but she has an ability that really helps. Um, yeah, so it's definitely cool. We have Aladdin, cornered swordsman. Um, the street rat found a sword and a backbone. Razul. Oh, I hope Razul is in the set at some point. That'd be really cool. Um, yeah. So there's again no ability, but he like loses the defense compared to some of the other characters, but he also gains 2 lore. But it's also like someone might be combining how it works with other cards in this set. Alright, then we have our first uncommon, which is a little square. Um, Starkey, Hook's Henchman, Storyboard, Ally, and Pirate. Ally, Captain. When you have a captain character in play, this character gains 1 lore. A pirate must be tough, loyal, and strong. Smart doesn't even make the list. That's funny. Um, yeah, so steel characters tend to be um, usually tend to be pretty beefy characters, like usually high defense. These two guys you seem to have had higher attack, um, but they're still pretty solid characters. Um, oh, we got Tigger, who's a wonderful thing. So he has evasive. Only character with evasive can challenge this character, so it makes him harder to beat. And the bounces that ever bounce. I also love they gave him the special type of Tigger. He should be the only one in the game that ever has the Tigger type. I don't know if it'll ever be referenced again, but I love that they did that. That's definitely cool. Our last uncommon is Pascal, Rapunzel's companion. Um, Camouflage. When you have another character and play this character, gains evasive. So it's a good dodger to launch with somebody. A true friend is always there for you, whether you can see them or not. So those are all our commons and uncommons. We're gonna jump into our rares. Our first one up, which we have Cusco, Temperamental Emperor, Storyborn, and King. I love that they have him as a king because he is, but you don't. Again, it's one of the things you don't think about. He has 3 lore. That's pretty cool. And Ward. Opponents can't choose this character except to challenge. So where evasive means only another character with evasive can challenge them, Ward is basically being like, you can't do anything but challenge me. It keeps you from taking direct damage or something that might return them to their hand or reduce their attack or defense. So it makes them harder to beat in a different way. No touchy. When this character is challenged and banished, you may banish a challenging character. That's always a fun thing. So basically, um, someone does finally decide to take him out. So he's luring for 3 every turn, and someone decides, okay, I have to take him out. You're gonna lose whatever character they attack with. So they might decide to, they have to decide, do I just go big and take out 4 on one shot, lose one of my bigger characters to him, or do I do like 2 hits of a smaller character, you know, and then, but he ends up possibly luring twice, which is 6, which is quite a bit. So yeah, it's an interesting choice. Um, I asked for Emerald, and that is clearly Jade. What is wrong with you people? That's fine. Our other rare is boom, boom, boom. We got first pack. We got a super rare, not the highest rarity, but definitely awesome. So this is an example of one of the Floodborn. This is Aladdin, Heroic Outlaw. So this is if he was instead of a street rat, he became an outlaw. Maybe he stayed with his dad and became why he has a sword and his kind of cape that looks similar to that. Or it could just be they always have different designs. But yeah, it's just kind of him being instead of being like the scrounge of Agrabah. He's the defender of Agrabah. Maybe he works. He's an outlaw. I'm guessing he doesn't directly work for the Sultan, but instead of him just scurrying around, keeping to himself and getting by, he's defending the people. But yeah, he costs quite a bit. But he also has Shift 5. You may pay 5 to play this on top of one of your characters named Aladdin. Really cool effect, the shift, because it lets you play the characters cheaper or over time. Like maybe the first Aladdin costs 2 or 3, and now you're paying 5. So you might pay the same or more, but you can pay it in installments instead of having to pay 7 at once. So you could get him out rather than wait to get 7 Inkwell to play him, possibly turn 7. You could play him on one of them on turn 2, and then the next one, once you have 5, you can play him. So you can dig him out 2 turns earlier. Plus, he can also activate and exert and do stuff right away. Challenge quests. He has Daring Exploit. During your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, you gain 2 lore, and each opponent loses 2 lore. So basically, if he can defeat people, it's his attacking challenge is the same as him questing. Plus, it hurts your opponent because they lose a character and 2 lore. So yeah, if you can attack with him and finish off characters, that's definitely good. Then our final card is our foil, which is another rare. So we got 3 rares in this pack. We have Do It Again, action. Return an action card from your discard pile to your hand. That's actually super helpful. Lady Tremaine there. Um, and scrub the terrace and sweep the halls and the stairs and clean the chimneys. And of course, there's mending and the sewing and the laundry. Oh, what a godmother. Alright, so that's our first pack. That's pretty good. We got 3 rares. We got ultra rare in there. I got some new cards I could tell I didn't have before. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into an Elsa pack. I'm gonna try and kind of keep these even. So we'll do another Maleficent and another Elsa before we start with the Mickey pack. Alright, we're gonna just set these guys off to the side. And we're gonna hop right into that. Alright, so we have Horace from 101 Dalmatians. Um, pretty solid stats, mid-range character. Well, they ain't here, Jasper. I don't remember what his accent is. We have Work Together in action. When a character gains support this turn, so support says whenever they quest, you may add your attack to another chosen character this turn. That's actually super powerful, because again, it lets you kind of like Aladdin, and again, it lets you basically double duty a character. So you can quest with someone, get their quest points, but then you're gaining their attack to somebody else, so that essentially let them also challenging. But the other thing, also could make a weaker other character that's challenging very powerful, or make a powerful character unstoppable. So it's a really cool idea. Posh, put your whole back into it. Cusco, this is my whole back. From also from 101 Dalmatians, we have Pongo, Old Rascal, Storyboard Hero, Evasive. At first, I had no particular plan, just anything to attract attention, stir things up a bit. And we have Hey Hey from Moana, Boat Snack. I love that. Storyboard Ally, who also has support. So he has support, so that other card giving him. So basically, yeah, he can quest, cheap card, cost 1, quest for 1, lore, but then somebody else gains 1 attack. So it's not super, not gonna like break the game, but it's very helpful. We have action card. We have Freeze. Exert chosen opposing character. This is nice because it can prevent them from questing or challenging you on their turn. Or if I guess you have to play it on your turn, so it's not gonna stop them because their card goes ready. It can set them up for you to attack or do something. If someone's not using this character because they have a special ability, you can go ahead and exert them, and now you can go ahead and challenge against them. So that could definitely be helpful. Our last comment is Cerberus, the 3-headed dog. Always vigilant, always fierce, always fighting over the ball. Ha, that's funny. Yeah, solid character. Our first uncommon is Simba, rightful heir. Storyboard, hero, and prince. I know what I have to do. I have to go back. During your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, you gain 1 lore, so he gains for defense. Now I kind of see where the steel guys are getting their extra defense. Um, that's their whole thing. Steel is all kind of about defense, maybe boosting up their attacks. Red is very aggressive. It wants like high attacks, getting in there early. Blue, the sapphire, is about trying to kind of play cards early. Green is about manipulating your opponent's actions, like limiting what they can do. I think do we have a green card in here? Yeah, it didn't really help. But yeah, blue cards are kind of about like you'll help your characters out. But yeah, you sell red's a little bit more aggressive with evasive, helps you block. Um, yeah, I don't remember what yellow and purple do exactly off the top of my head. But yeah, we'll get to them. All right, we have Cut to the Chase. Brave Little Tailor Mickey. Chosen character gains Rush. They can challenge the turn they're played, so they're leading into that. They want to be aggressive. They want to be aggressive and challenging. Surprise, they can challenge right away. Then we have Ursula's Cauldron. Peer into the depths. Exert with the top 2 cards of your deck. Put one of them on top of your deck and the other on the bottom. Oh yes, purple is all about your own deck manipulation. Where green kind of messes with your opponent, letting you like, they can only do this, or they can't do this, or they can, or like this card can't do that anymore for a turn. Purple is all about like, let me find the cards I need. Let me replay cards I've played before. Let me gain bonuses for doing very specific actions. Um, so that's very helpful. Our first rare, we have Mickey Mouse Musketeer. So we got 7 defense. Not a lot of attack, but he's going to defend the heck of you. Greenborn, Hero, and Musketeer. Bodyguard. This character may enter play exerted as an opposing character who challenges one of your later characters must choose one with bodyguard if able. So as long as you keep him exerted, they have to attack him. He can defend. But then he has all for one. Your other musketeer characters get +1 attack. So yeah, if you can get all 3 musketeers, which are Donald and Goofy, with Mickey, they can be a very powerful force together. Our second rare is we got another ultra or super rare right away. That's crazy. We got Robin Hood, Unrivaled Archer. So feed the poor. When you play this card, if an opponent has more cards in their hand, you draw a card. Yeah, blue's all about lots of you getting your cards out or you getting your deck acceleration. More cards gives you more options. And good shot during your turn, this character gains evasive. So they only have it during your turn. So they can challenge characters with evasive. So you can choose to attack evasive characters. We never rob. We just sort of borrow a bit from those who can afford it. Their foil card is a common, but we got Jasmine Disguise. Um, so here, yeah, just simple 3/3/3 card. I try to understand. I've never done anything on my own. I've never had any real friends. I've never been outside the palace walls. Yeah, it's a very good deck. We got two two extra good rares. We got some other neat cards I haven't had again. Alright, let's crack open pack number 3. Ugh. So, yeah, I'm trying to remember what yellow does. I think yellow is all about manipulating your stats, like lowering people's defenses, raising your own attack or defenses. It's just kind of like playing around with that stuff, I believe. If I remember right. We'll double check. Alright, so our first card of pack number 3 is Sudden Chill. Ooh, it's our first song of the game, of these packs. So we have Action Song. A character with a cost of 2 or more can exert to sing this song for free. So songs are really fun action abilities. You either pay their cost of 2, for example on this one, or you can have one of your other characters exert to sing the song, so they can be used as an additional resource. So now you can still use that 2 to play something else. Yeah, so that makes them really powerful because you have an extra option. Because it's also a surprise that your opponent might not see coming, because you could be like, oh, they don't have any cards left, or you could play a character and play this. You can get this out a little bit cheaper. Like turn 1, I could play a 1 cost card. Turn 2, I have 2 Inkwell. I could play um, another 2 cost card, and then I could exert that guy to play this song as well, so I could get a second card on that turn. Each opponent chooses and discards a card. Nice, so gets rid of their card. I love the fact it's each opponent. So it definitely means this game is meant to be played more than one-on-one. Cruella Deville, Cruella Deville. If she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will. I hope that's terrible enough I don't get copyrighted. Alright, so we have uh, Philocrates, or Phil from Hercules. Trainer of Heroes, Storyborn, and Mentor. So you don't see Mentor too often. Support, and you gotta you, you gotta be the best to train the best, and I train the best. Um, Definitely awesome. Um, he's got a sword. We've all got swords. Labu. Chosen character gets +2 attack this turn. So yeah, Red's very aggressive that way. So here's an example of the yellow light saying control your temper. Action card. Chosen character gets -2 attack. So where red was being aggressive and giving you a bonus, yellow is doing the exact opposite and it's reducing your opponent. So that way, um, you don't have like if you're now challenging their character, you don't have to worry about them doing as much damage to you, or you can reduce it to zero and not have to worry about taking any damage from them. All right, then we got purple. Uh, Friends on the other side, action and another song. Character of three or more can sing this song. Draw two cards. The cards will never tell. Our last comment is Simba, Future King. Storyboard, Hero, and Prince. Guess what? When you play this character, you may draw a card and choose to discard a card. I'm gonna be the best king of the Pride Lands you've ever seen. I don't know if he ever said that exact line. I have a feeling I don't remember that. But he must have. I think all these are quotes from the movies. Um, I wish it just would have been part of the song. Like I just can't wait to be king, but maybe they're trying not to do song lyrics on the non-song cards in case they release that later. But yeah, he gets a little extra defense. Our first uncommon is Gumba Jukuba, renegade scientist. He's a dreamborn alien and inventor. I really hope inventor and alien end up with some extra keywords in the future. Created something? Ha! Huh. But what? But that would be irresponsible and unethical, and I would never, ever make more than one. Um, nice. So yeah, he's making a special experiment. This is an alternate costume. This is dream version. We have our third song. This is a song pack. One jump ahead. A character or two or more can sing this song for free. What to put the top card of your deck into the inkwell face down and exert it. So again, showing off that this is a deck acceleration. Uh, gotta eat to live, gotta still eat. Tell y'all but when I got the time. Right after he jumps out of the burlesque house. Um, our last uncommons, our fourth song in this pack, we have Be Our Guest. Two or more to sing this. With the top four cards of your deck, you may reveal a character card and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. So yeah, so deck manipulation on your side, very helpful. Get yelled a character quicker. Our rare card is Be Prepared. Oh, another song. That's nuts. We got 5 songs in this pack. A character that costs of 7 or more can sing. Now this is gonna be a little bit harder to get out because you have to have a card with 7. But again, you have a card with 7, you can play it for free. Banish all characters. Just get rid of everybody. So yeah, if you just pay it with a character, you have a 7 cost character out, and now you still have potentially 7 uh inkwell or ink to use to play a character right away. Our teeth and our ambitions are bared. I love Be Prepared. Be Prepared. Um, awesome. So our other rare is third pack in a row. We drew a super rare. This is not common. It's literally rare, super rare, in fact. But I shouldn't have drawn 3 in the same like right after. We have Maximus, Palace Horse, Storyborn, and Ally, who has bodyguard and support. So you can defend, and when he doesn't defend, you can if he's exerted, they have to attack him. So you can do is you can quest with them, add spore to somebody else, and then now he can block. So it's really awesome. And our foil is Dr. Facilier, Charlatan, common card, Challenger, +2, so we haven't seen Challenger yet. So while challenging, this character gets +2 attacks. Yeah, he doesn't start with any attack, but as long as he's doing the attacking or challenging, he gains extra attack. Otherwise, he's just a good defender. Alright, so that's what we have for that. First card is the Duke of Wesselton, opportunistic individual. Storyboard and villain. Sorcery. I knew there was something dubious going on here. Yeah, solid beginner card. Maleficent, Sinister Visitor. There's a lot of Maleficent cards in here. Storyboard, villain, and sorcerer. But yeah, she's kind of standard, no special abilities. I'm not gonna read her flavor text though. We have another Aladdin, Street Rat. Storyboard and hero improvise. When you play this character, each opponent loses 1 lore. So now you could play this one for 3 and then play that other one we saw, the super rare, the heroic outlaw and upgrade to him by shifting him. It can be hard to tell the difference between a diamond in the rough and someone who's just rough. Um, yeah, a little bit higher cost to get the little bit lower stats, but you automatically force your opponent to lose one lore, so that could be very helpful. We have Minnie Mouse, beloved princesses, Dreamborn and Princess. Wherever the princess goes, her musketeers are, well, they're around here somewhere. Neat. I wish I had some ability that involved the musketeers, like maybe to exert them to like force them to be a bodyguard. That would have been a neat effect. Friends on the other side we've already seen. So now we're gonna start getting into some cons. We went 4-pack before we got a duplicate. Fire the Cannons from Peter Pan. Deal 2 damage to a chosen character. Captain Hook. Double the powder and shorten the fuse. Mistress Me. Shorten the powder and double the fuse. This is a good card. Lets you just straight up deal damage. You can hit someone who has evasive who normally can't be challenged. Or maybe someone they're not exerting. Or just to finish off a character quick. Like, hey, I did this guy's 4 health. I attacked one of the two cost character. I lost my 2 cost character, but now they only have 2 left. You can go ahead and do this to finish them off. All right, our uncommons we have Kamatoa, Drab Little Crab. Someday will grow up and be the most crabulous crustacean the world has ever seen. Nice. Another Moana card. We have Grama Tala, Storyteller, Storyborn, and Mentor. Now, I also see in the second line, we always have like their boring form. Their second line, they have usually I call it the royalty line. We either have like king, queen, prince, princess, potentially some of the deities, or we have mentor. It's kind of like what is their role in the world, or ally. Not every character has one of them. They pretty much generally actually, sorry, I did say that wrong. We usually have hero villain. We have a villain and we have a villain and we have a hero. We have hero villain, mentor, or ally. One of the 4 kind of like roles they fall into. Then secondly is we have lots of characters have royalty. That prince, princess, king, queen, or deity. And then after that, we have some characters that have subtype like sorcerer or captain. Just kind of interesting to see what they have. It's kind of like the 3 or 4 different levels. Says, I'll be with you. When this character is banished, you may put this card into your inkwell face down and exerted. I love this card for what it does. Moana, is there something you want to tell me? Dramatala, is there something you want to hear? So, why this card I think is really good is because basically it says when this character gets banished, gets defeated, you get an extra resource. It speeds up you playing other cards. So basically, either you can basically lure every turn for 1, and at some point your opponent has to decide how long can I keep putting up my opponent gaining 1 lore every turn before I have to spend something to defeat it. Now, granted, they could drop like a bigger character card. They could drop someone like Kamatoa who has 4 defense, right? And they take her out. But then now that guy's gonna take 1. But the thing is, as soon as they do that, you gain extra cards. Now you can play bigger cards a little bit faster. So they have to decide how many turns do they sacrifice on turn 2, like turn 3, turn 4, turn 5. When do they give you that extra ink to play versus keep getting a war every turn because they can't constantly let it go through or they'll lose the game. But they're helping your deck out by defeating it. So it's kind of an interesting card. And we have Mickey Mouse, a true friend, Storyborn and hero. Very basic Mickey Mouse. There's a lot of Mickeys in this game, of course. As long as he's around, newcomers to the Great Illuminary will always get a warm welcome. Our first rare, Hades, King of Olympus. This is a Floodborn. This is his alternate version. King, deity, and villain. This is if he basically became the King of Olympus and somehow. Oh hey, I'm gonna need new business cards. Just shift 6. All the Floodborn have the shift ability, which lets them play on somebody else. So basically, you're transforming the regular or original version of a character into their Floodborn form. Sinister Plot. This character gets +1 lore for each other villain character you have in play. So if you team him up with the right deck, he could be very powerful. Yes, he costs 8 or 6 at the earliest. Um, but yeah, you have 3 or 4 other villains out. Now he's getting 3, 4 lore every turn. That could be very powerful. They're gonna have to stop him. Then our other rare is, oh my gosh, we got a legendary. So we've gotten 4 packs. We've gotten 3 super rares and a legendary. That's I all the other packs I've opened in the other videos, I got like one like that, but like otherwise I keep seeming to get like 2 rares, which is supposed to be what happens. So this is crazy. A Maleficent, Monster Strike. She's the highest cost card in the game. The only card I think that costs 9. Storyborn, Villain, and Dragon. Also the only dragon in the game. Hopefully we'll get some more. Maybe a Merlin version. I think he turned into a dragon at one point. Dragon Fire. When you play this character, you bash a chosen character. So as soon as she comes out, now that she's huge stats, 2 lore, she can also get rid of like your biggest threat right away. The ninth rule of villainy. When all else fails, turn into a dragon. So that's pretty awesome. If you can afford to get it out, she acts as a dragon's breath card right off the bat. Then our foil is we're gonna get this cool version of Scar, which we'll see later, so we get better artwork of it. But this is Furry, your super, just his Dreamborn he's made of fire and magma. Pretty cool. Alright, pack number 5. Now, I have been getting different versions, like the last 2 packs. I got 2 more of the Mickey Mouse cards. We'll just, again, not worry about looking at them too much. Alright, our first card up is we have Tinkerbell, Most Helpful. Storyborn, Ally, and Fairy. Evasive. Pixie Dust. When you play this character, chosen character gains evasive this turn. What's really fun about this card, they make all these different versions of the characters, so like, that means when they make, hopefully they keep making more sets of these, we can get more things that might trigger on the fairy keyword that she has, or allies. You haven't really seen any cards touch some of these, but they can also make more Tinkerbells. It's not like, oh, we only have one Tinkerbell. They can keep reusing these characters by just giving them different subtypes. So that's actually really cool. Magical Golden Flower. Once upon a time, a single drop of sunlight fell from the heavens. Heal and Pollen. The banishes item remove up to 3 damage from a chosen character. This is fun because it just kind of sits around until you're ready to use it. But you can heal someone as soon as you need to. Yeah, you can wait until like they take enough damage or this, or like okay, now I like I'm gonna wait until I have a character I know I need to heal instead of healing them immediately. Um, yeah, play 6 round, like play on turn 1, and you have 1 ink, and then now it can kind of sit there until you actually get 3 damage. Then you can go ahead and use it. All right, we have an alternate Goofy Daredevil. He's Greenborn. Evasive, so he can fly. Sometimes you gotta give the old jump and hook. Sometimes you gotta give it the old jump and hook. There's a little bit better voice. We have Hey again. We have another freeze. Last common, we have Hercules, true hero, his Dreamborn form. His shield here has the steel symbol on there, which is really cool. He also has Bodyguard. You gotta admit, that was pretty rough. And he's also noticing he has Scar on his head. If you remember the movie, he throws Scar down. That's pretty cool. So I love that. Alright, our first uncommon, Dr. Facilier's card. It's interesting because most of his stuff is in purple, but his cards are in green. The cards will tell is there you pay 1 less for the next action you play this card. Nice. So it's item that sticks out. You can basically once per turn make one of your action cards cheaper. So if you plan a deck there's a lot of action cards, it can be very helpful. Take a little trip into your future with me. That's nice. We have King Triton, the Sea King, who has the highest defense of the game at 9. 9's the highest you can get. He's the only one that has it. A couple characters have 8. He's the only one that has 9. Isn't because I said so enough of a reason? Um, yeah, nice. Doesn't really need any extra effects, but yeah, you can go head to head with Maleficent. You have forgotten me. Action card from Lion King. Each opponent chooses and discards 2 cards. You are more than what you have become. Simba, remember who you are. Yeah, each opponent choosing and discards 2 cards. Definitely hurts your opponent where they don't need to be hurt. Our first rare is we have Jafar, Dreamborn. So this is a dream if he is the genie, I'm guessing, the keeper of the secrets. Um, it definitely looks like he's a genie, or he's super all-powerful sorcerer. There's more than one way to bury secrets. Um, or he can become the Cave of Wonders. You know, like his mouth is open like that. Kind of reminds me of like the Cave of Wonders mouth. Um, but at 0 attack, but he has 5 defense. Hidden Wonders. This character gets 1 attack for each card in your hand. So yeah, if you get cards in your hand, he can become very powerful. That's actually really cool. Our second rare is we got another. I'm really not trying to draw a non-rare card in every rare slot. I don't know how this keeps happening. It's hard for me to prove that that's not what's gonna happen when 5 packs in a row I've done it. But we have Aurora Dreaming Garden. This is her Floodborn version. Um, yeah, so she can command in the Briar Rose. Love her updated costume for that, her outfit, her dress. Floodborn Hero and Princess. Shift 3, so a little bit cheaper shift. So it's nice that they're not all like 6s and 7s. Protective Embrace. Your other characters gain ward. Opponents can't choose them except to challenge, because she protects everybody else. As a princess slumbered, her powers awoke. I was trying to see if on her outfit they had the symbol, like we saw Hercules had that, but that was the Dreamborn, not Floodborn. So I have to see if the Dreamborn has that. Our foil card is Robin Hood, which is the another super rare. So we got another super rare, but we've already seen him. We got another Mickey on top there. That is super crazy. Alright, we're gonna open up our first Mickey pack. We haven't seen Mickey yet. Not to actually make any difference, but yeah, that's just crazy. I've gotten a super rare or a legendary in every pack so far. That's not what should be happening. Here's a different version of Mickey Mouse. We have Steamboat Pilot from Steamboat Willie. Um, Hero and Captain. On the river struck the Inklands, the steamboat's whistle anchors the cheery tunes of its pilot. Another golden flower. There's that version of Scar that we had to foil where you can see him a little bit better than the non-foil. But yeah, he's a fiery dragon. Um, Definitely cool. I love that design. We have Timon, Grub Rustler. Storyboard Allen tastes like chicken. When you play this character, you may move up to 1 damage from a chosen character. There's all manner of tasty treats in the world. You just gotta know where to look. So that's fun. Just 1 cost for a free heal. Kind of like we had the blooming the flower earlier. Cost 1 to heal 3, but that one you have to get rid of. But you can save it to use later. This is just a quick, hey, I need to heal 1, do this, and then you got a defender. We have Dr. Facilier Charlatan. So you've seen him already. We have action. We have Break from Beauty and the Beast. There's Beast. Banish chosen items. So again, this is super powerful. It's one of the few cards that can just get rid of items. Speaking of items, we have our first uncommon. We have Frying Pan. Clang. Bash this item. Chosen character can't challenge during their next turn. So yeah, they play a big giant guy. They can't do anything. You can play this to stop them for another full turn. It's a fine piece of cookware, but as a weapon, it is truly stunning. Uh, Fan the Flames. Action. Ready chosen character. They can't quest for the rest of the turn. Yeah, so a lot of cards that let you ready or unexert your characters won't let you quest a second time. So that means you could quest the first time, then play a card like this, and now they're ready to either not be challenged because they're no longer exerted, or you could challenge with them and do both actions, or you could challenge the first time, ready them, and now challenge the second time. So it gives you some different options. Sometimes you think this you could play too, but you also use it just to like, I've either challenged or exerted them for whatever other reason, or quested, and now you can ready them so now they can't be challenged on your opponent's turn. So it can just be a way to save your character from getting attacked. So that could be a very good card as well. Prickly words can move the crowd, but ugly ones tend to. Alright, our last uncommon, we have Anna, Hero to Angriel, Storyborn, Hero, and Queen. Loving Heart, when you play this character, if you have a character named Elsa in play, choose an opposing character. The chosen character does not ready at the start of the next turn. It's kind of like we had frying pan, which stops someone from challenging. This will stop them from doing anything. Um, Plus, if they don't ready, this means if they exerted and maybe you challenged them the previous turn, they don't get a ready, so they can't keep that character alive by defending them. You can go ahead and challenge them again right away. Two sisters, one mind. Plus, if you have Elsa in play, that's the only downside. You have to have Elsa first. Uh, but they're probably gonna have some good combinations together. Um, our first rare is Simba, Returned King, Challenge 4. So look at this, he's 7 cost, and then when you play him, when he's challenging, now he has 8. 8's enough to take out just about any single character in the game, with the exception of Triton at 9. That's cool. And then Pollen, during your turn, this character gains evasive, so you can attack evasive characters. I'll do whatever it takes to save my kingdoms. Yeah, so 7's a high cost to get, but the fact is that by the time you get them, you're taking out anyone in your way. Our other rare is another legendary. Oh my gosh. Elsa's Spirit of Winter. Here's her Floodborn Hero Queen Sorcerer version. So she's a master of her elements finally. Shift 6. 3 lore. That's crazy. She costs 8 though. Deep Freeze. When you play this character, exert up to 2 chosen characters. They can't ready at the start of their next turn. So she's gonna stop them from um readying. Plus you exert them, so it prevents your opponent from using that ability on their turn, challenging or questing with them. Plus it lets you challenge them if you want, and it stops them from another turn. So it's really powerful. Ice is stronger than you may think. And then yeah, we put that the Anya card that we just got. I just want to flip back to that. I'm not gonna do this too much, but the Anya says so if we had this Elsa in play already, um, chosen character doesn't ready at the start of their next turn. So yeah, combining those two, you could potentially have 3 of your opponent's characters that don't ready. So that could really shut down their deck late in the game. Our foil is a Horus, which we've already seen. Um, that is crazy. Alright, so we got another Elsa pack. I already opened this one because I wanted to take a look when I first bought these cards to see what they all look like, where the rares and stuff were, because you never know. Alright, but we got a Tinkerbell right off the bat. We've already seen, of course. Oh. I'm bumping everything over. Alright, then we have Merlin, self-appointed mentor, Dreamborn, mentor, and sorcerer. Yeah, so as I was saying, I was wondering if on the Dreamborn characters, like Hercules had his ink key, his color, his the steel color on his shield. I was wondering if they did that for those, and they do. You can't see it as much here, but he has it on his cloak. He has this potentially the symbol on his cloak, which is really cool, or his cape, however you want to call it. Support, say a support character. What a mess! A medieval muggle will have to modernize it. We have a Gaston, arrogant hunter, starborn, and villain. Again, aggressive attacks with 4. And reckless character can't quest and must challenge each turn if able. So he's cheap to go a high cost character, but he has to attack. So he's probably not going to last very long. It's not arrogance when you are really the best. Mr. Smee, he's also a Dreamborn. Um, yeah, so I don't know if I really see his that symbol on him at all. But it could be like, maybe like on his wrist or something. It just might not. But you also see it's kind of like a gold trim to kind of fit the coloring scheme. Um, but yeah, just got a 3 cost card. Good high defense is nice. Alright, cool. So then we have another Elsa here. Queen Regent. Starborn Hero, Queen and Sorcerer. Just a generic Elsa. I never knew what I was capable of. To go with the movie Frozen, we have Kristoff, the official Ice Master. So you have 3 cost, 3 steel card. Uh, you want to talk about supply and demand problem? I sell ice for a living. Ooh, that's a rough business to be in right now. I mean, that is really, that's unfortunate. That's I love the text on these. All right, then our first uncommon, we have another song. Mother Knows Best. Um, pay 3 to sing this. Return chosen character to their player's hand. So this could be nice if they just have an annoying card. That's awesome. If they have a shift card, a Floodborn with shift, you can return. Now they have to play. Both cards are going back to their hand, so they have to replay it. Or if they just have a high cost card, right? They play a 6-7 cost card. Us now they lost it. They have to respend it. Um, one way or another, something will go wrong. I swear. So that's always fun. We have an item. We have Coconut Basket. Consider the coconut. Whenever you play a character, you may move up to 2 damage from a chosen character. So you saw the other blue card which had some good healing. This will also do healing as well. But only when you play a character. So that's definitely cool. And then we have Prince Philip, Dragon Slayer. Here, Storyborn, Hero, and Prince. Heroism. When this character is challenged and banished, you may banish the challenged character. So again, this works as a really neat effect, where you're you keep challenging, um, so you challenge someone, you're gonna get rid of them. So your opponent is not gonna like him because he can get rid of someone even bigger or better than him. Like he could go up against a giant Maleficent or Triton, and as long as he's defeated, he takes them out with him. So he can use his sacrifice to take out a really big card. Um, then we got our first rare. We got Scar, Shameless Firebrand. This is a Floodborn version. Um, like if he became the evil king. Um, that's I love the designs of these cards. 8. I wish he was almost a 6 cost. He could have been 6 6 6. I guess he is a shift, right? That's just funny. Rousing speech. When you play this character, regular characters with 3 cost or less, they can't quest for the rest of the turn. So dang, very aggressive. He's making everyone be prepared. The time has come to take what is ours. Alright, our other rare is it's another legendary. Maybe that's how this works. Maybe you get a regular rare, and then maybe you do get a super rare legendary in every pack. Because that's what I've gotten so far. I swore in the other packs I opened that's not what happened. It's either I'm getting super lucky in these booster boxes, or that's just how this works and I wasn't paying attention. But this is crazy. This is the only character that has 4 lore to begin with. Is Mickey Mouse's Brave Little Tailor. Um, so yeah, that's crazy. Giant sword, scissor swords. Evasive. This is a Dreamborn version. It's not even like a Floodborn. When you defeat looms and victory hangs on a thread, hero bolts to the rescue, patching things up through sheer determination. Cool. Then our foil is we have a Dreamborn version of Elsa. Ice Surfer. So it's cool. We've seen her in purple before, but now we've seen her in red. Um, Hero, Queen, and Sorcerer. That's no Blizzard. Whenever you play a character named Anna, ready this character. This character can't quest for the rest of the turn. You saw the first Anna's ability triggered if there's an Elsa in play. So this is the same way. If we have Elsa in play, Anna will trigger this, and then Anna's ability will trigger because Elsa's already in play. So it's a neat way to do it. Lots of times they do cards like that. It's like if you play this one, this happens. But if you play the other guy, this happens. So whoever you play first, they get their ability. This one works kind of the opposite way. You always play Elsa first, and then Anya second, and you get both abilities. My sister's always been for me. I need to be there for her. Definitely cool. All right, let's hop into another pack. All right, let's hop into the next pack. No, I mean, not that I want duplicates, but at this rate, we might end up having to do a two-part video because this is already a long video. So we'll do a couple more packs. If it seems like it's still going to be long, we'll maybe drop this into part 2. Alright, our first card up, of course, we're not going to get I just said talk about duplicates, so the first card we get is a duplicate with another Megra. But hey, duplicates aren't bad, because right, you're trying to build a deck of cards, you need multiple copies of each character sometimes. Alright, then we have Mickey Mouse again. We have Detective, Dreamborn, hero and detective. You need only detective in the game. Get a clue when you play this character. You may put the top card of your deck into your inkwell face down and exerted. Wherever the seaweed had come from, Mickey was sure of one thing: something fishy was going on. Yeah, acceleration. This is nice because it gets you extra ink to play right away, so you can play cards quicker. You like downsize because it's a face down for your deck. So unless you have something like you stack your deck, you might potentially get rid of a card you really need, but here's the risk you take. We have Peter Pan, Fearless Fighter, Storyborn hero with Rush, can challenge the turn they're played. Nobody calls Pan a coward and lives. I'll fight you man to man with one hand behind my back. We have a Simba, Protective Cub, Storyborn hero and prince with Bodyguard. Courage comes in all sizes. That's nice. A little cheap card as Bodyguard. They don't always need to be big cards, but just helps protect your other cards. We have Jafar, Wicked Sorcerer. So we have a Dreamborn version. We've seen a Floodborn. Now we have a Dreamborn version. Um, his ultimate sorcerer form. Challenger 3. So yeah, he's normally a 2, but now he can jump up to 3 when he's attacking. Enough sulking about. It's time to show that sniveling sulking what a sorcerer can do. Alright, we have the Beast Mirror item. Show me. Pay 3. If you exert this and pay 3. If you have no cards in your hand, draw a card. This one does cost to play. So it's basically a reusable action. Which is not bad. If you have no cards, this is just a nice card. So if you're playing something like acceleration or other effects that make you spend your cards quick, this can help you always refill your hand a lot faster. Ashamed of his monstrous form, the beast concealed himself inside his castle, and a magic mirror was his only window to the outside world. Our first uncommon, we have Jasper to go with our other crook, Horus. The common crook Storyboard ally, Puppy Napping. Whenever this character quests, choose an opposing character can't quest during their next turn. Now look here, Horus. I warned you about thinking. Yeah, stopping people from doing stuff is always helpful. Chief Tui, respected leader. Storyboard, mentor, and king with support. This guy's pretty good to support to get 3 attack. When you quest, you're gonna quest a lot with him because he has 3 lore. Um, so even if you only get 2 turns out of him, that's 6 lore. But you also get add 3 extra defense or 3 extra attack to someone else attacking, so you could potentially take out 2 other people's stuff. Works really well if like you exert him to quest, you get 3 lore. Someone attacks him, they can't defeat his 6 because he's pretty powerful. Um, then during that turn when you exerted him, he can also do 3. Then someone attacks him on your turn. Now the next turn you can do it again, get another 3 lore, and then get another 3 attack out of it. Because you're probably going to try and attack him and defeat him if they can. So that means you can defeat the guy that just attacked you. You can always rely on the strength of those who love you. Our other uncommon is LeFou, Bumbler, Storyborn and ally. Like the eggs and Gaston's boots. Oh, he's running across the table. Loyal. If you have a character named Gaston in play, you pay one less to play this character. So nice. That's kind of a neat little idea. Some of these guys in Jam, they get a little bit cheaper to play. You need a good Cody to be a proper bad guy. Our first rare is Moana of Makanui, Storyborn, Hero, and Princess. We can fix it. Whenever this character quests, you may ready another princess character. They can't quest. You may ready your other princess characters. They can't quest for this turn. Uh, so this is a very protective card. This is the way to play is protective, maybe attacking as well. But yeah, she can quest for 3, which you're definitely gonna do, and then you can ready everyone else, so you can protect everyone else for a turn, or they can go ahead and attack right away as well. I am Moana of Makanui. You will board my boat, sail across the sea, and restore the heart of Kefiki. Our other rare. Alright, we broke the cycle. I mean, yay. I love getting super rares and legendaries, but I think this is how it should be. We have Cruella de Vil, miserable as usual, Storyborn, and Villain. You'll be sorry, when this character is challenged and banished, you may return chosen character to their player's hand. Um, so again, one of the good manipulation cards. Uh, when you're challenged and banished, you may return character to the player's hand. So yeah, she's gonna keep doing stuff until you keep challenging her, which is only one, so it's not very much. But again, how long is your opponent gonna keep suffering for one, and you're gonna eventually take damage anyhow and take 3, but you can force you can take out. Like she could change, like she's challenging Moana here. It's gonna take a while. She's not gonna beat Moana anytime soon, but it take a couple of times. But if you attack someone that's a much higher character, such as our next character we'll see, um, she takes 3 damage. You can return a chosen character, not necessarily the one you're challenging, but somebody else. So it becomes a little bit tricky. Our foil is Maximus, Relentless Pursuer, Dreamborn ally. Yeah, you kind of see there's a little bit of that crest on his symbol on his crest. Maybe I think that's what it is. It could be something different. Um, yeah, it's just kind of extreme version. He's like a knightly stallion. Horse Kick. When you play this character, chosen character gets -2 attack this turn, so it helps keep your guys alive. He preserves his squad with courage, discipline, and a touch of class. All right, our next pack. So yeah, we went what 6 packs with getting either a ultra rare or super rare or a legendary. So that was definitely pretty good. Um, we'll see. Well, I guess we'll see if this last pack, was a fluke or if that was gonna be the common thing. All right, we have Vicious Betrayal. In action, chosen character gets +2 attack to start, and if a villain character is chosen, you get +3 instead. A true king takes matters into his own claws. Um, yeah, very helpful. Very good card. Donald Duck, starting his stuff, Dreamborn, Hero, and Inventor. One of the few Inventor cards in the set. Ward, and walk smarter, not harder. So cool. So we had a bunch of alternate Mickeys. We've had an alternate Donald and alternate Goofy. He's got his sword. We have Pumbaa to go with our Timon and Simba's. Friendly Warthog, Storyborn ally. You gotta put your past behind you. Just some good defense character. Jafar. Uh, Tinkerbell, Tiny Tactician, Dreamborn ally and fairy. So she's imagining herself as a warrior. She has a little button shield, a needle, sword, and a thimble hat. I love it. Battle plans. Exert. Draw a card, then choose and discard a card. So this is one of the first cards we've seen so far that has this, where she has an ability just to exert that's not going to have her questing or challenging. So she's not getting those bonuses, but once she exerts, someone can then challenge her and try and take them out. So your opponent definitely might try and take her out whenever they can, but you can also just have her sit around until you need to use this ability if you'd like. Our first uncommon is Lilo, Galactic Hero. Just she is a spaceman. Um, I love the little thing on the top. Space, that's where aliens come from. Also tourists. Ha. That's nice. Then we have another Moana, chosen by the ocean, starborn, hero, and princess. This is not who you are. When you play this character, you may banish a chosen character named Tika. You know who you are. This is an interesting one. I have yet to see what Tika does. I haven't looked up the list of all the characters. I'm trying to experience these as opening packs. Um, so I don't know if she's having an effect where you want to play uh the key ka and then you're gonna want to banish them. Like maybe has a banish effect, and you're forcing the banish instead of waiting for your opponent to do it. Or if this is just hoping if your opponent plays a powerful card, you can get rid of it. If that's the case, it's not that good of a card. Hoping your opponent plays it because you have no idea. Because hope the only way you even know is if they play the deck of that color. Um, then what's the guarantee they're playing that card, right? So interesting. Last uncommon is reflection. Um, so it's just a song card. Pay one to play this, or pay one to sing. With the top three cards of your deck, put them back on the top of your deck in any order. When will my reflection show who I am inside? This is a really good card because it just lets you kind of see what's coming up. Yeah, like Detective Mickey, this works well with him because then you can decide what card you're gonna play with him to get rid of. But also you have other cards that let you draw one card. This could again help you get what card you might need a little bit quicker. Our first rare is a Sword of Truth. Item. Final enchantment. Banish this item to banish a chosen villain character. So it costs this card to get rid of it, but you can get rid of any villain. Doesn't matter. But you also don't have to sacrifice attacking somebody or challenging with them to do it. Almost as powerful as True Love's Kiss. Our second rare, so now we're getting just double regular rares. Musketeer Tabard. Uh, all for one and one for all. Anyone, whenever one of your characters with bodyguards banished, you may draw a card. Cool. So it just gives you a bonus for using if your bodyguard cards are taken out, which they eventually will. It's the whole point of them. There's no such thing as a little musketeer. Our foil card. There we go. Is the beast is mine. Um, chosen character gains reckless during their turn, so you can give it to your character, or more often you're gonna probably give it to your opponents and force them so they can't quest. It's only fitting that the finest hunter gets the foulest of beasts, the stone. All right, let's hop into our next pack. Yeah, we got some good cards in there. Oh, some of these packs are becoming a pain to open. All right. Next pack, we have another work together, which we've seen. Gaston. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Um, so action song, play for 4 or sing for 4. Remove up to 3 damage from each of your characters. Each of your characters. So this can be very powerful if you have multiple characters out. Definitely cool. Magic Broom, Bucket Brigade, Reborn Broom. This is like a surprise card you pop in there, right? Right? Sweep. When you play this character, you may shuffle a card from any discard pile into its player's deck. In the immense story forge known as the Great Illuminary, there's always work to be done. Um, yes, this is kind of fun. So when you play this character, you can shuffle a card from any discard player into its player's deck. It's interesting though it's any, it's not just yours. Cause I don't know why you would necessarily pick a another player to shuffle one of their cards back into their deck, unless they have a card that lets them play a card from their discard pile. There are some cards that let go, like if you play an action card from your discard pile, or pick a character from your discard pile. This can force them back into their deck. So yes, they might draw it again, but they're not going to instantly have access to it. Or if there's team games, I'm not sure if there's team tournaments like 2 versus 2, or if you're playing a multiplayer, like let's say a 4-player, 5, 6, 7-player like multi game, you might team up with somebody. Maybe you're helping somebody out for the time being. Possible. Sudden Chill. We've seen that before. We have another Cerberus. Yes, now we're starting to get into some of the duplicates. We have a non-foil Maximus. Smash. Deal 3 damage to chosen character. Go away. Yeah, so we start getting all these duplicates of the commons, and we'll just pack to speed up a little bit. Next can come with a shield of virtue to go with our sword. Um, Item fireproof. Tap, exert, and pay 3. Ready chosen character. They can't quest for the rest of the turn. So yeah, basically, these are kind of neat because again, they're like permanent actions. You know, arm thy telepathy, enchanted shield of virtue, and this mighty sword of truth. Uh, these weapons, um, these weapons, for these weapons of righteous will triumph over evil. Um, Sorry, I was trying to see what sort of truth did if it was anything that would kind of combine well with this. It sort of does. Our first rare is we have Stitch, Abomination, Storyborn, Hero, and Alien. Um, there's 3 lore, which is very nice. And then our other rare is we have King Mickey again. Musketeer. Nice though. Not bad having multiple of those. Our foil card is another rare. We have the Plasma Blaster from Stitch. Lilo and Stitch. Quick Shot. Pay 2 to deal 1 damage to chosen character. 1 damage isn't much, but the fact is you can do it repeatedly every turn. For only 2. To easily finish off a character. You don't have to say pew pew when you use it, but it doesn't hurt. Cool. So that's definitely neat. Is that we got 3 rares in the pack. Yeah, we didn't get legendary or super rare, but we got a 3rd rare. I think that would be the hardest thing to do is we try and collect foil versions of the set. I know some people do that. Just because it's like, how often are you gonna get a foil like ultra rare or legendary? Um, but yo, it could happen. Alright, our first card up is we have Genie. Ever impressive, Dreamborn, and Ally. Um, yeah, she's all fancy, some green magic. That's kind of things they have. Their Dreamborn has their costume reflecting whatever color their card is from. Um, so you can wish for nearly anything. Do you want a short version, or should I give you the whole song and dance? Do the whole song and dance. We have Aurora Briar Rose. So her storyboard, hero, and princess version. Disarming Beauty, when you play this character, chosen character gets -2 challenge or attack this turn. There is something strange about that voice, too beautiful to be real, Prince Philip. There's some good Aurora cards that we haven't seen in the set. We've seen in some of the other decks, though. Another Sergeant Tibbs. Another Stitch, this time in yellow. New dog. Storyboard, hero, and alien. David, I got a new dog. Are you sure it's a dog? Uh-huh. He used to be a collie before he got run over. Very cheapo. We got another Yzma, Aladdin, Dial Duck. We are second Musketeer. Dreamborn, Hero, Musketeer with Bodyguard as well. Scalar, during your turn, your Musketeer characters gain evasive. They can challenge other characters with evasive. So this works really well because to use Bodyguard, um, they have to be exerted. So you're gonna want to challenge with them to get them into the exerted state, and then now they can block. This is actually also lets your guys, your musketeer characters with like Mickey, um, be able to attack or challenge anyone. So the evasive characters usually don't have as high of stats, so you can take them out a little bit quicker. To follow that up, we're gonna get another down duck. We have boisterous fowl, just a storyboard version. Um, who will you call him, boisterous Buster? Wow, 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 wow. It's a horrible Donald impression. Um, our last uncommon is Rafiki, Mysterious Sage, his Dreamborn version. Mentor and Sorcerer, Rush, so you can attack right away. The past can hurt, but the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it. Alright, our first rare. Ooh, I love this one. I love these Captain Hook cards for some reason. Um, Thinking Happy Thoughts. So this is Floodborn version. So like his alternate reality where he gets to fly. Which why wouldn't you? Isn't that what his ultimate dream is? Shift for 3. He's a villain, pirate, and a captain. Challenge 3. Challenger 3, so he gets an extra 3 when attacking. And Stolen Dust. His characters, the cost of 3 or less, can't challenge his character. So yeah, he also, not only does he powerful, he gets really powerful when he attacks. He also can't be attacked against by lower characters. So he is definitely a powerful card. It's pretty cool. Um, yeah, I love it. I also love this alternate version. He still has his hook. We haven't seen it yet, but his Dreamborn version, which is like his fantastical version of himself, um, he does not have his hooks. This is kind of interesting. Then we have another super rare. It's awesome to get like 2 packs without getting super rares, and then now we're back to it. Mother Gospel, Selfish Manipulator, Storyborn, Villain, Skip the Drama, Stay with Mama. List characters exerted, opposing character can't quest. Nice, as long as you keep doing stuff with it, your opposing characters can't quest. Great, now I'm the bad guy. That's a really good effect. They're gonna have to take her out as quickly as possible. Our foil card is Control Your Temper, the Beast. Definitely nice. Alright, I think we're gonna do one more pack, and I think we're gonna end part 1 of the video. I think we'll pick up with part 2. We still have a lot more packs to go, but part 2 should go a little bit quicker. But otherwise it's gonna start becoming like a 3 hour long video. I'd rather do like 2 smaller ones. Alright, so we'll jump into the last pack for this video. We start with Stampede, a brand new card at least. Um, so deal 2 damage to a chosen damaged character. So it does 2 damage, which is cheap for 1, but it has to be a previously damaged character. But yeah, good for finishing someone off. A wildebeest stampede is like a raging river, best experience from a distance. This also be used for someone like very early on we had the Aladdin. When he defeated someone, he gained a bonus. Um, so this could be very good, like someone's already taken small damage and be a bigger character. You can then deal a little bit more since someone else can then finish them off easier. Instead of this finishing off, use someone else to do it. We have a flounder. We have Tangled. Action. Each opponent loses 1 lore. Straight up, very simple. Lore is how you win the game, so why not make opponents lose it? Stay right there. I mean, you don't have a choice, I guess, but still, don't move. We have Sebastian, Court Composer, Storyboard Ally, and Singer 4. We haven't seen the Singer ability. This character counts as 4 to sing songs. So normally, songs like you have to pay if it's like a 3 cost song, you could pay 3 to play that card for free. He's a 2 cost character, but he can now play a 4 cost song. So what this means is on turn 2, um, you could play him, and then now by turn 3, you can already play a 4 cost song. So that can play songs a little bit quicker. You should be writing symphonies, not tagging along after some headstrong teenager. We have another Tinkerbell, Peter Pan's ally, storyboarding fairy and ally. Is evasive, loyal, and devoted. Your character's named Peter Pan, gain Challenger +1. Nice. He boosts up your Peter Pan. Simba, Future King. First uncommon, we have Kronk, Right Hand Man, Storyborn Ally. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Um, Definitely 666. That's funny. For his stats, just pretty strong. We have Captain from 101 Dalmatians, Colonel's Lieutenant, Starborn Ally, and Captain. Bark and Signal, that's an alert. Report the Colonel at once. And then we have another Reflection. Our first rare is If It's Not Baroque. Um, Action card. Return item card from the discard pile to your hand. Don't fix it. So this is a really good card. Get your item back. Someone manages to somehow get rid of it. Now you have it back, right? It's gonna be hard for them to get rid of it again. Also, this works against the other card we're talking about. Remove it, put a card from a deck or discard pile back into the deck. This is be a card to go against that. Our other rare is another super rare Stitch Rockstar, Floodborn Hero Alien Shift 4. Adoring fans. When you play a character with 2 or less, you may exert them to draw a card. I'm surprised he's like a rocket roll and they didn't put him in an Elvis outfit, but maybe they were worried that might be copyright infringement or something like that. Um, the best part about beachside concerts is there's always room for one more. Definitely cool. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, so our last card for this is a foil, and it's another rare, so it's awesome. We got an extra rare out of here. We have a Mickey Mouse head card, so I think we have all 4 of them now. Dr. Facilier, Agent Provocateur, Bloodborne version, villain and sorcerer. There's the shift 5 into the shadows. Whenever one of your other characters is banished, in a challenge, you may return that card to your hand. Nice. So someone else just defeated, you get that card back. So this will work really well with cards that maybe have, if this card is banished, do this effect. And then now you get to replay them a lot more. So a little bit replayability out of your previous cards. That's definitely cool. Alright, so that's what we have for uh, Lorcana packs, booster packs unboxing number 1. Again, check out the decks if you want to see it in the deck video or the gift box. Otherwise, come back for part 2 and we go through the rest of the box. We still have a lot to go. We didn't even go through half of them, but we're going to eventually start hitting a lot of the commons that we have all of, and then we'll start hitting all the uncommons. So we'll be skipping through a lot of cards as we go along. Alright, see you guys later. Bye.